This episode today is a special episode, and it's a little bit different than the camera ones I've been doing. I used to do reviews on a lot of different stuff, so today we're going to look at my 10 favorite purchases of 2014. 2014 is not over yet, but in America we have a holiday called Black Friday after Thanksgiving, and on that day there's a bunch of sales, and I spend a lot of money on those days. So my 10 favorite things, and they're going to be pretty varied. Hope you stick along with it. Number one is the N2 circuit power bank, and on here is a 4-inch monoprice cable. You may have heard me talk about the monoprice cables recently. I don't think they're as well built as they used to be. They're going to fray and they're going to break, but monoprice is a really good return warranty. It's pretty much a lifetime guarantee. So when it breaks, I'm just going to send it back and get another one. So pretty simple. And I end up using this a lot. My favorite camera is actually my iPhone, and that's going to be the next one, but my favorite camera and devices to use is my iPhone, and it's what I need to use to make this channel work. You can do a lot of stuff with it. But a lot of times if you don't charge your phone at night or you're going on a trip, this comes in so handy. And when I was traveling earlier this year, it has about 6 charges in it, so you can get 6 full charges for your iPhone. And on one full charge here, it takes about 11 hours of charge. I actually like the shorter cable now, so I used to use a really long, like 10-foot cable, but the shorter cable is actually really handy. A lot of times at night when I go out, I don't know my phone's gonna die, I just put this in my pocket. So super handy, super good, well built, and works great. Another thing is it has 5 volts, 2.1 amps, and that's enough to power an Arduino and those kind of smaller projects. So extremely versatile, and I use it every single day. Number 2, 2 really sharp knives. This one is the Sentakio I bought in Japan, and this one right here is the Ken Onion. Let me look at the name real quick. I think it's the Scallion. I'll write it if it. I'll put the correct name if it's different. These 2 knives, if you don't use sharp knives and if you ever get one, it really changes the way you think about knives. A really sharp knife makes cutting a lot easier. You can use this almost as a scissors sometimes when I need to cut paper. I just take this out and cut it. I use this to cut open boxes and things. I have it on me every day, and I wanted something really good that I can carry around that was light, and this worked fine. It isn't too crazy looking. I think in Europe and I think in New York, you can't use knives like this, so your mileage may vary, but I love it. I love this little knife. And Spyderco, this is actually from Kershaw. I was thinking about getting something from Spyderco, but it's a little bit more expensive, and these are pretty easy to find, so I just found it at a local sporting goods store, and they had a coupon, so I picked it up. This knife is the one I bought in Japan, and I've talked about it earlier in another video, but just insanely great. I'm using it more, and I'm getting more used to it. Cuts through foods amazingly well. My prep time and things like that for cooking are pretty short now, and I just have fun using it, so every time I use it, I'm pretty happy about it. So number 3, my favorite thing is my iPhone. I picked this up last year. I didn't have a smartphone till pretty recently, so the thing I really like about this is all the apps I use, and you can do so much with this. So I'm just going to cut to my things on my phone, but the apps I use Hyperlapse, which is kind of like an image stabilization software, totally free. It allows me to hand hold and shoot video. So previously you really can't do this and you really get shaky video, but Hyperlapse is pretty amazing. And if you look at the advanced features, there's some videos on that. But the advanced features really make it really, really powerful. So I use that a lot when I'm just out shooting and I need to shoot some video. Run and gun works very well. I use, to take photos, I just use the basic camera app on here, and then I edit it in Flickr. So the Flickr edits pretty easy and pretty good, so I really like that. To make the titles for my channel, I use a program called Over, and Over basically allows me to do it pretty simple. I bought the extra fonts on there, so I use a Futura Medium. It's one I like. It's pretty simple, and it's pretty minimal. I use it all the time. Really great, probably my most useful tool. I take videos, I take pictures. The pictures come out, pretty darn good. Video comes out pretty darn good. And if you just need to take video and pictures, it's always on you. So I use it all the time, and I really enjoy it. I think the quality level is high, and I think pictures are more about other things than having the sharpest lens or the biggest sensor. So when you're thinking about taking pictures and you want to get better, I kind of felt like I was in a rut, and I was taking the same type of pictures, really flat, 2-dimensional images. So I picked up this book at my local library, and I'm actually going to buy a copy too, but it's Mastering Composition by Ian Roberts. It's really amazing, and looking inside, you're going to see a lot of things on composition, a lot of things on these rules. The first chapter is probably one of the best composition books I've seen anywhere. So outside of just photography, looking at just art and composition, really good, really amazing. And the main thing comes down to, you think about your image more, you think about how things are set up, and you think about dividing your image into shapes, and then looking at really good works of art and looking at really good photography and trying to figure out how they did it and just trying to bring it back. So a really great book. I'll probably do a couple videos on this because I think it's really going to influence my photography and a lot of my video stuff. So a great book, and it's about $20 on Amazon. Comes with the CD. But even though if you may say that, hey, you're not a painter, you can't draw, definitely really good for anyone who's just into photography in general. I think it's a pretty powerful book. And one big change was switching to Screenflow this year too. So Screenflow is this app that kind of an upgrade from iMovie for me, and I'm using it a lot. Really enjoy it. Simple to use and really powerful. I use it to do not only screen chapters, but just to edit all my videos. And at the price $100, it's worth it at that price. And then at $35, which it was a couple of weeks ago, a total steal, so a total bargain. A great improvement, or a great upgrade if you're looking to move on from editing on iMovie. Number 6 is something I use all the time. So I come home and I listen to podcasts every day, and I listen to music. You know, I'm changing rooms and I'm going in and out of rooms, and I'm sometimes I'm on a computer, sometimes I'm away from my computer. And so this is the UE Mobile Boombox, and it is just amazing. I'm using it all the time now. I use it almost every single day, and I just use Bluetooth. It sends the audio over Bluetooth. Works great. Charges in a couple hours. I'm not sure how long it charges, but use a basic USB port. Audio is great, and I just really like it. I use it all the time. Total lifesaver. Number 7 is my favorite camera purchase of the year, and this was made in Japan. This lens was actually not purchased in Japan, and this lens was purchased online, actually through the Vintage Camera Collectors Facebook group. Pretty cool group if you're interested in that. But this is the KNP Rangefinder. In Japan, I was at a kind of a thrift store in Osaka, and this is in the basement there. It's for like $28, or it looked and felt amazing. So imagine on this trip I felt and handled like hundreds and hundreds of cameras. And this one, the second I picked it up, I was like, wow, this is different. This is really cool. Come back to America and showed it to Fix Old Cameras, and he also said, you know, that was one of my favorite cameras too from that era. So I'm glad I made that choice. And it wasn't too much. It was about, and it wasn't too much. So a gorgeous camera. Picked up the Super lens, which is kind of like a knockoff lens for $50 online, and been shooting with it. I'm not sure about the image quality yet since the rangefinder is broken, but I'm gonna take a couple pictures. I'm gonna take a couple rolls with it and see how it turns out. But feel alone and looks alone, really cool. Just really well done by Canon. Number 8, another thing I'm really excited about was I got this sign made this year. So it's probably pretty big, so you can't fit it in, but there's a local sign painter in my town, and he still hand paints. So this guy hand paints old school style. That's what I always liked. I really liked like baseball logos, and I like these old vintage style logos. So I got this made for about not too bad, about $70, and I really enjoy it. I think it's gonna look great on t-shirts. It looks great on my channel, and I needed a logo, and I'm really happy with this. I'm gonna put it on some shirts, gonna put some stuff, and probably gonna start some stuff on my Etsy page. I haven't used it in a while, but gonna put some stuff up there if you want to purchase some stuff. But really enjoy it, really happy about this. Probably one of the best like dollar for dollar purchases this year. So these are a little dirty, but these are the shoes I was wearing all summer, and these are the Nike FS Lite runners, I believe. And Nike now makes these shoes, and the only thing I don't like about them is they're disposable, so you can't wear them for like more than 1 or 2 years. But man, these are the most comfortable shoes I've ever had. They're super light, they're super comfortable. Actually, on the back right here, there's no real counter, so extremely comfortable. The only thing I don't like is they are disposable, so you know, 1 or 2 years they're gonna go bad and I have to throw them back, and it's not good for the environment and all those things. But man, are they comfortable. And when I was walking around this summer traveling, I had a big pair of boots and I had these, and I just wish I got 2 of these. These are just, you know, that good, that comfortable. And I've probably said it over and over again, but super comfortable, the most comfortable shoes I've ever had in my life. So the last one's kind of personal, is going to Japan with my cousin and my brother. We've been waiting a long time to go, and we finally got a chance to go, and it was amazing. We ate a lot of different foods, and we did a lot of different things, and I thought I knew what Japan was going to be like, and then I came back and totally different. Mine was totally blown. Camera-wise, I went there, and I probably saw more cameras in a 1 mile square block in Osaka than I'll probably ever see in my life again unless I go back. And looking at going there and doing that gives me so much more perspective for this channel. So looking at what cameras really are good and what things are really good and are going to hold their value and are going to be usable in a long time, you can get a better perspective on that in going to Japan, because they just kind of take those things really seriously and they're really high in quality. So going to Japan was amazing. And 2 tips: if you go over there, get the JR pass, and then I would probably go in the off season. So we went in the summer and it was pretty expensive, but going in the fall or going in the spring, it's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be about similar, because I think it's kind of like the Midwest, where only like 4 or 5 weeks of the year kind of really nice, and the rest of the time it's either too hot or too cold, and that would be it. I have a 3-year. Also, Nexus is like a 3-year anniversary for this channel. So this channel started in 2011 in November, and it's been going 3 years strong. I think it's been getting a lot better each year. And the things that are changing in the future, I believe, are we're going to look more at topics. So I used to buy cameras kind of randomly, but now I'm going to buy them with purpose. So the ideas I have in mind are one on fake cameras, one on Polaroids, which is coming up soon. There'll be a 2-part video this weekend. The one after this will be the Polaroid introduction. And we're looking at the quintessential camera. So what is Nikon known for? What is Pentax known for? That's going to be really cool. I hope it's not controversial at all. Those are kind of easy picks for me. And then looking at maybe American cameras. And then one really interesting one, and I'll grab this thing over here, it's going to be called Primitives, and about building cameras and things like that. So I started building one. Last week I built this viewfinder, and me and Fixed Cameras have been talking about building cameras like this to use on Polaroids, the FP100C, which we really think are underutilized. And it's a sliding box frame. This is made totally with styrofoam, but some frosted glass right here. So really cool project. You can do this for like under 30 bucks. So a really cool project. We're gonna look at this. We're gonna look at, how do lenses work, how do shutters work, how do apertures work, and things like that. I think it's gonna be really a fun project, something I always wanted to do, something I always wanted to see. So there's that. Also, the end of December, since I have so many. Also, in the beginning of December and the end of November, you're going to see a lot more video manuals. The video manuals I'm kind of going to get out of. I think I want to feature cameras more, but the video manuals, they make money for me, so that's why I do them. So you're going to see, probably the end of this week, you're going to see like 4 or 5 cameras, video manuals, and they're going to be pretty shot pretty quick and pretty succinctly. So we'll watch out for that. I think that's kind of like the last run of that type of video and that type of thing I do. More of the stuff in the future is going to be targeted at something. So looking at just TLRs for a month, or looking at Polaroids just for a month. And I think I like that better. I'm able to look at photographer. I'm able to contact some photographers, ask for their work, and show it, and build more of a community. So doing random video manuals in the past was cool, but it's not what I really want to do more. So as far as thanks for tuning in, thanks for allowing me to do this. I'm making enough money till I can support the channel more. I can do more adventurous things. We're going to do some stuff in the near future with film developing and learning how to do that. I think I can shoot things really well and I can show things really well. So I'm pretty confident that, when I shoot a video like that, it's going to be done really well. And I hope it's very clear. And so a lot more different types of things next year. I don't know where the channel's going to go exactly, but I'm just having fun with it and seeing where it goes. And thank you for supporting me. Like 99% of people are amazing and are really helpful and giving me a lot of inspiration to do this still. So hope you have a good holidays. That isn't the end of I'm still going to make some videos till the end of the year, but I think the big stuff has been covered. We're going to do some smaller little things, and then next year we're going to ramp up some really big projects. So hope you guys enjoy that. Thanks.